Hey, welcome back to another edition of DraftKings Avid Golfer Fearless Fantasy Forecast. This week we have a twofer. We have a match play, we have an alt event. But first, let's give Craig a little kudos because last week his Stone Cold Lock did finish.
Tied for third. And I said he'd finish top 10. He was a long shot to finish top 10. As Denny McCarthy, it was a good pick. Made me a little money. Mm-hmm. So, another Stone Cold Lock this week. I got two, actually. One for the match play, one for the Puntacana.
All right, the strength of field for the match play. It's down in Austin Country Club, and it is 773.
I didn't take any of the big studs, but I have a strategy. I have an awesome strategy.
Well, I'm going to go first this time.
Okay.
Okay, so I only took two number ones in their group.
Okay.
Okay. I took Patrick Reed. These are on both teams. Took Patrick Reed. He is just one of the best match players ever. Whether you like him or not, we're all here to make money. I'll put away that aside. He's pretty darn good. He's got Neiman, Biesenhout, and Bubba Watson in his group. I like his chances.
Beware of Bubba Watson. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Kistner. He's scrappy. He's defending champ. And he was runner-up in 2018.
I'm going to make another prediction of him. He'll be the most picked guy this week.
Okay. And then I took Jordan Spieth. He's a good match play golfer, and his scrambling will drive his opponents crazy. He might hit 4 fairways, and he'll scramble and birdie and par, and that'll drive people nuts. So those are my 3 on both teams.
Okay, so I'm going to go a different route. I'm not going to tell you who I put on both teams. I'm going to go team 1 and team 2. So I'll go team 1 now. I went with, look, it's in their DNA. I went with the 3 U.S. amateur champs in the field. Mm-hmm. Do you have any idea who they are? I'll tell you.
Enlighten me.
I went with Victor Hovland. Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like he can win his little bracket, and then his first round will be against Colin Morikawa's bracket. Mm-hmm. He's owned Colin Morikawa in, yes, I know, in match play in the past, and that's why he's won the U.S. Open. Matthew Fitzpatrick was a U.S. Am champion, and Bryson DeChambeau was a U.S. Open champion.
Also
so these guys, in their DNA, so to fill out that field, I took Tyrrell Hatton. I fear him. He scares me when he starts to lose his cool a little bit, and I think he'd be hard to play against. Then, having those 4, I had to go cheap, so I went with Sebastian Munoz. You know what? He's a North Texas guy. He's been playing well until he missed a cut in the players. And I took J.T. Poston as just a wild card. He's either feast or famine. I'm hoping for feast.
Well, here's the deal about match play. It's a little bit different. There's no one and done. They have a round robin first 3 days. I don't like it, but I get it because it's TV and they don't want to ruin getting all the main guys out of the field. So I also took Victor Hovland on a team. He is, his players miscut was his first in a year.
Yeah.
So, and he's number 1 in his bracket. I also took Ryan Palmer. Every time I don't take him, he does well.
Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan.
I know. And then I took a flyer on match play savant Ian Poulter.
Okay.
Okay, he's cheap. He's way under the radar, and I think he's going to do okay. My other team, I took Scotty Scheffler.
Okay.
Okay. He played down in Austin Country Club when he went to UT. He was on a Walker Cup, Will Zalatoris. I'm going to take him till he keels over. Because all he does is make money. And then I took another Bulldog, feisty, Brian Harmon.
Okay.
Won the U.S. Juniors, was on the Walker Cup, and he was in the Sweet 16 in 2018 to Bubba Watson.
Okay, so my second team, I went with DNA, match play DNA. I took the 3 U.S. Junior Am champs.
Okay.
I took Will Zalatoris. I took Scotty Scheffler. And I took Jordan Spieth.
There you go.
So
we got all that covered.
Those are, I mean, it's in their DNA, right? The other 2 I had to fill out. I had to fill out Carlos Ortiz. You know what? Interesting thing about Carlos Ortiz. He'll be the first professional Mexican in the Masters in a few weeks. You know who the first Mexican in the Masters was? His brother last year.
How about that?
And then I took Tyrrell Hatton. Again, he scares me.
Right.
He fears me. I think he'd be hard. And then my stone cold lock of the week. Give me a win for the last U.S. Open, U.S. Amateur champ in the field, and Victor Hovland. I say he wins this thing. It may not even be close, Rick. You talk about a confident little pick. It may not be close.
So you're picking him to win.
I'm picking him to win. I know match play is a crapshoot, but you're talking about it's in his DNA to win match play.
All right, there's no bigger crapshoot than trying to pick the Puntacana Championship. Strength of field, 33. This is the alt event. These are for all the guys that weren't top 64 to get in the match play. Man, you talk about closing your eyes and
Want me
just
to go first
picking
on
guys.
this one?
Sure.
Okay, I like my team. I got Scott Harrington. He's got 4 cuts in a row. He's coming in here with a lot of confidence when he's making cuts with the big boys. He come in here with a strength of field 33. I got Patrick Rogers. Patrick Rogers is not happy being here right now. He was so good as a junior, and he's coming here.
He had a good finish last year.
He had a good finish
2 years ago.
Yep. Then I went with 2 hot hands. Sam Ryder tied for 8th last week. Took him. Camilo Bajegas tied for 8th last week. Took him. Then I took Vincent Whaley. If you look at the Puerto Rico, the Caribbean events, the Mexican events, Vincent Whaley tends to do well in those. Now, maybe the strength of field, maybe he likes that type of grass, but I took him for that. And my stone cold lock of this. I'm so confident in my stone cold locks, baby.
That what? You keep saying this. I'm keep waiting for you.
I'm putting money on him. I'm going to call my bookie Moose. I'm going to say, give me some money on Victor Hovland and give me some money on Charlie Hoffman. I guarantee you have him too because he's not. It's impossible not to take him. First off, you know he's going to be leading after the first 2 rounds because it's just what he does.
At least the first round.
But I think he's going to hang on. He's got 3 top 20s in the last 4 events, and he's playing very consistent. So give me him to win.
All right.
I'll take him to win.
Can't hurt. All right, I'm going to make this really fast because I just shotgunned this puppy. I took also Charlie Hoffman. He was 14th last year. He's got a 10th and a 17th in his last 2 events. Camilo Bajegas. He hadn't made a cut since forever till last week. 8th, so that's a hot guy. Tyler McCumber was 2nd last year. 22nd at the Players. Nate Lashley was 4th last year.
Okay.
I like his game. And then I took 2 flyers. I took Brian Hagee. Brandon Hagee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon Hagee. Or Brian is his illegitimate
By the way,
brother.
you know, that was his first top 10 in his career last week.
I'll take it. So he was an alternate. Didn't even play the course. Didn't even get a practice round last week at the Honda. Finished 2nd. And then I took Kelly Craft. Why? Good question. Except he's 3rd, 5th, and 14th in the last 3 years there.
Okay.
And he's got a scoring average of 68.8.
Okay.
I'll take that, and he was low. So there you go. Those are our DraftKings Fearless Fantasy Forecast. Be sure to check out YouTube, our page, and please subscribe. And you might even win some money, even if you don't bet on his Cold Stone locks. You might still win Cold Stone.
Cold Stone?
That's what I'm going on. You're going to go Stone Cold. I'm going to go Cold Stone.
Victor Hovland this week. Watch him win. It's going to be not even close.
Remember, it starts on Wednesday, so don't delay.